May I start, sir?
Please.
Very good, Mr. number D279, Class 11, Ramat House. And I will be the speaker for the Interhouse English Declamation for Junior Division. Along with me, as cadet, will be the timekeeper. Before we proceed with this event, I would like to highlight the parameters for this competition. Proximity to the character, 10 points. Delivery, 10 points. Pronunciation, 15 points. Confidence, 15 points. And a total of 50 points. Judges for the event are Madam Advocate Asan, First Lady of Science College Farm, Squadron Leader Sachin Kumar, Madam Officer of Science College Farm, Sir M.D. Abdul Haq, PhD English. The scorers are Sir M. Ravi Singh, PhD Maths, Sir Banu Pratap, PhD Social Science, Sir Devraj, PhD Social Science. Now, I would like to announce the participant for the Junior Division. As the first speaker, we have Cadet Lamzingba, Mr. number 4398, representing Netaji House. As the second speaker, we have Cadet Khagenda, Cadet number 4495, representing Sivaji House. The third speaker, we have Cadet Wasim, Mr. number 4424, representing Table House. The fourth speaker, we have Cadet Swan Myung, Madam number 4775, representing Raman House. The fifth speaker, we have Cadet Baras, Mr. number 4356, representing Table House. The sixth speaker, we have Cadet Porinami, Mr. number 4344, representing Kazi House. The seventh speaker, we have Cadet Priya also, Mr. number 4370, representing Tabo House. The eighth speaker, we have Cadet Angamal Texum, Mr. number 4351, representing Raman House. The ninth speaker, we have Cadet Yasonari, number 4604, representing Sivaji House. The tenth speaker, we have Cadet Yuni, number 4451, representing Raman House. The 11th speaker, we have Cadet Malaysia, number 4421, representing Sivaji House. And last but not the least, as the 12th speaker, we have Cadet Laxmikanta, number 4431, representing Kazi House. Each participant will be allotted 3 minutes for the speech. A warning bell will be rung at 2:30 seconds like this. Upon completion of 3 minutes, the last and the final bell will be rung like this. If the participant exceeds the given time, they will be rewarded with penalty points. Now, without further ado, I would like to call the first speaker, Cadet Lamzingba. He will be declaiming as Tony Blair. He is the former Prime Minister of the United Kingdom. He made this speech at the Parliament on October 4, 2001.
I'm grateful to you for calling Parliament on the second occasion so that the House can consider developments since the last met. Back then, the scale of September 11 tragedy was still unclear. Even today, we do not yet know the precise number of those who are dead, but a bleak picture has emerged. There are up to 7,000 deaths, including again to all those in America who have been involved in dealing with the human and who is behind it. They are, first, it was Osama bin Laden and the Al-Qaeda network, which he heads, their plan is attack. Second, they were able to commit these atrocities because of their close alliance with the Taliban regime in Afghanistan. Indeed, here's nothing hidden about bin Laden's agenda. He openly espoused the rankings of terror and described the killings of Americans as religious and logical obligation 1998 signed further stating that the case of Americans and their civilian and military allies is a religious duty. The attacks on September 11 were all the hallmarks of Bin Laden operation, meticulous local planning, a desire to inflict massive forces, a total disregard for civilian lives, including Muslims, multiple simultaneous attacks, and the use of suicide bombers. Mr. Speaker, 3 weeks before the most appealing act of terrorism the world has ever witnessed. The coalition is strong, military plans are robust, the humanitarian plans are falling into place, and the evidence against Bin Laden and the Al-Qaeda network is overwhelming. The Afghan people are not our enemy, for they are sympathy and they will demand for support. Our enemy is Osama Bin Laden and the Al-Qaeda network, who were responsible for the events of September 11. The Taliban regime must yield them up and become our enemy also. We will not act for revenge. We will act for the freedom of our people now and back, including confidence in people and our economy. We need to eliminate the threat of Bin Laden and his terrorism represent. We act for justice. We act with the world getting behind us. We have a national determination to see justice done and the civil terrorism confronted and defeated. Thank you.
Next, I call out However, he will be defending us David Bowles. He is a retired US Navy in many speeds on how one can overcome adversity.
All I wanted to be was an uncommon man in my whole life. I was not that much worse than that. I read stories about men like you who had the courage to jump on grenades and stuff like that. One day, I came home from working at a job in Poland where I spent for purposes, made $1,000 a month, weighed 300 pounds, and I came back home. And I watched a show on Discovery Channel of guys carrying pots and dogs. They be shoot training, and inside, to make a change in my life, I go with it up. And he asked me this question. I want to run up in a certain rank well limit. I was 6'1" and 300 pounds. He laughed at me. 7 other regulars laughed at me. What regular finally said? Come on in. I'm too busy to talk to you on the phone. He didn't know what was our way. I walked up to the regular office and he looked at me and he said, "You are fair and you are black out someone to be a Navy SEAL." I didn't know. There had only been 35 African American Navy SEAL at that time in over 17 years. He said, basically, I had to lose 160 pounds in less than 3 months because of my age. I was getting too old. In 3 months, I came back 160 pounds lighter. Then
Because conquering is one thing. You go to another country, you take what's easy. You want more, you take the land, you take the resources, you kill the people. That understand the colonization. Other countries understand. The colonization is really good. You go there and you don't step over. Then force the people to become you. That is the strength of us. When you think about where the British did it, and they did it in Africa, they did it in Asia, and think about in India, those cultures would not be more divided together for both. And out of nowhere, the British decided to hold up. Man, what the Indians developed, and then they find new ways. Walking through the field, the next thing you know, the British are the one to force. Hear ye, hear ye! By order of her Majesty, the Queen, we have arrived. You, over there, what is the name of this land? You're staying over here. This is for India. Well, my good man, I'm here to tell you that India is now under the British empire. And I'm glad that I can tell you that India is actually where it was yesterday. No, I feel you are not understanding what I'm saying. I'm letting you know that we're here to colonize you by order of the Queen. Who is the Queen? The Queen of England, the ruler of Great Britain. She who was ordained by God. God, the one true God. There are many gods, my friend. What is the name of your God? There's only one God, and his name is God. And you too shall worship him. You wanted me to worship a God, but you don't want to tell his name. What are you talking about? There are many gods, okay? There is Shiva, there is Lakshmi, there is Hare Krishna. There are many gods. What is the name of your God? His name is God. You don't know the name of your God? It's just God. Is it like mommy or daddy? Enough!
I grew up in a Sweden country. He will be nicknamed as Muhammad Ali. He was the professor of medicine at Philosophies. He led the speech of the greatest speech in 1974, September, New York.
I am the prince. I said it even before I knew I was. I wrestled with an alligator. That's right. I wrestled with an alligator. I done tussled with the wind. I done had a gliding through Tunisia. Man, only last week I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. I'm so mean I make medicine sick. Fast. Last night, I got live in my bed. I hit a switch and was the bed for a room star. Fast. Now, I float like a bird fly and sting like a bee. His head started hitting, but his eyes got seen. I shook up the world, and I'll shake it again. Because the man who made me is not born
again with nothing but my dreams and my dreams. Cause deep down I knew one day the world is gonna know my name. That's how a champion's made. That's the difference between me and the rest of the world. I don't count the days. I make the days count. And when I enter the ring, I cry and out. They say that I talk. They call me a clown. But I told them, I am the greatest. I said it even before I knew I was. Because if you are the great, you've got to believe it before the world believes it. Thank you, everyone.
Next, I go on with chorus. We will be declaiming as Mohammad Kafrani. He is a Toastmaster speaker and a security engineer. He made the speech on the power of words at the 2015 Toastmasters International World Championship.
What? Oh, you all keep smoking kids? Let me tell you something. Do you know that the amount of people dying from diabetes is 3 times as many people dying from smoking? Yet if I put a sticker on, nobody will say anything. Do you know that leading cause of lung cancer is not actually a cigarette? It's your DNA. You could smoke for years. Nothing will ever happen to you. This whole war against smoking is just to restrict the fun of tobacco. The contest here, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I use these arguments, even though I just made them up, with a group of my friends, and the result, 5 of them believed what I said. 2 of them started smoking. Words, when said and articulated in the right way, can change someone's mind. They can alter someone's belief. You have the power to bring someone from the slums of life and make a successful person out, or destroy someone's happiness using only your words. Does that seem a bit too good to be true? A simple choice of word can make a difference between someone accepting or denying your message. You can have a very beautiful thing to say, but say it in the wrong words, and it's gone. I have a son before. He had this bad habit of riding on the wild train. One evening, I walked to this room, and he's going at it, just riding and going and so on. And I said, hey. Are you stupid? Don't you ever do that again. Guess what? He did it again. Nobody likes to be threatened. Nobody likes to be intimidated. His pride did not allow it. He did it again just to spite me. A week later, I walked to this room. And again, he's going at it. And this time, he's even looking at me. Just, I came down and I said, sweetie, come here. Don't do that. You are a big boy now. And he never did it again because his pride wants him to be the big boy. Words have power. Words are power. Words will be your power. You can change a life, inspire your nation, make of this world a beautiful place. Isn't that what you all wanted? Isn't that why we are all in this hall? Your mouth can spit venom, or it can mend a broken soul. Ladies and gentlemen, let that be our goal. Spot the chair.
Next, I go on with the choreography. She will be declaiming as Julia Williams. She is the former Prime Minister of Australia. She made the speech in the Parliament about sexism and misogyny.
Thank you very much, Deputy Speaker. I rise to oppose the motion by the leader of the opposition. And in so doing, I say to the leader of the opposition, I will not be lectured about sexism and misogyny by this man. I will not. And the government should not be lectured about sexism for high office. Well, I hope the leader of the opposition has got a piece of paper and he is writing out his resignation. Because if he wants to know what misogyny looks like in modern Australia, he doesn't need a motion in the House of Representatives. He needs a mirror. That's what he needs. I was offended by the sexism, by the misogyny of the leader of the opposition, catcalling across this table
I call on the Commonwealth, he will be declaring as Martin Luther King Jr. He was an American Baptist minister and human rights activist. He delivered I Have a Dream speech on August 28, 1963 on Washington.
I am happy to join with you 5 years ago, great American, in whose symbolic symbol we stand today, signed the Emancipation Proclamation. But 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. 100 years later, the life of the Negro is still sadly crippled by the manacles of segregation and the chance of discrimination. America has given the Negro people a bad check, a check which has come back marked with insufficient funds. But we refuse to believe that the bank of justice is bankrupt. Now is the time to make real the sense of democracy. Now is the time to lift our nation from the quicksand of racial injustice to solid rock of brotherhood. We must forever conduct our struggle on a high plan of dignity and discipline. We must not allow our creative protest to degenerate into physical violence. I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold this truth to be self-evident that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slaveholders will be able to sit down together with the devil of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day when the stand of Mississippi, sweltering the heat of injustice, sweltering the heat of oppression, will be transformed to an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream today that with the rain from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, when we land with the rain, we will speed up that day when all of God's children, black man and white man, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing, "Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last." Thank you very much.
Hence, I call on you that personally, he will be declaring as Dalai Lama. He is the spiritual leader of
The very purpose of our life. I usually describe happiness, reason, the future, even this after. What will happen? No. In future, no guarantee, but our life based on hope. Even present, some difficulties still with hope. Our life remains if someone completely loses hope. Then that very mental attitude shortens their life when the worst case, even a suicide may take place. So therefore, hope means something good. Therefore, above us our life. I usually telling people, happiness is our sorority, the real meaning of our life. Now, the materialistic happiness. These are short, not long-lasting happiness. It is only on a sensorial level, not on a mental level. Ever seeing something nice? Hearing some beautiful music, and taste, and smell, and touch, including sex. These are materialistic sorrows or static happiness. But you, gastric level happiness, these are sorrow, not long-lasting happiness. Long-lasting happiness must develop on a mental level, not on a sense concept of God also comes everything. Depend on your own action. Positive action, virtuous action, bring good harmful life. Have already examined the ultimate source of happiness. Not external, but here, not sensorial. So, the practice of samadha, the practice of vipassana comes. If these things are originally come from religious things, now we should take now these things as our academic subject, not a religious subject. Thank you all for your nice day.
And other people coming. We started counting again, 97, 98, 99, 100. It is necessary that you be flexible. It is necessary for you to always explore various ways in which you can improve the quality of the service that you're providing to the people. You must understand that. I remember I was playing a game with my 9-year-old son, John Leslie. And I played him 10 straight days, a game called Connect 4. And finally I said, John Leslie, I'm bored, I don't want to play you anymore. And I got him and I said, I'm ready to go to bed now. And repeat after me, please. Let's say this together. It's not over until I win. Then John Leslie said, no, you can't go now, Dad. I said, why? He said, it's not over until I win. There was 3 seconds. And after that, we played several other matches. And after the 11th game, John Leslie won. And he got up and he yawned and he said, I'm ready to go to bed now. And I'm saying to you, what if we have that kind of attitude after we face a rejection or no, or we have a meeting and no one shows up? Or somebody says, you can come away, but they don't come to. What if we have that kind of attitude that goes people that say, nobody believes in you? You have lost again and again and again, just like that off. You're still looking at your dream, reviewing it every day, saying to yourself, it's not over until I win.
With this, we have come to the end of the house of Declamation Junior Division. Before we take a break, we have 4 witness speakers from each house who will be given 2-minute time and the warning bell will be rung at 1:30 seconds. The last and the final bell will be rung at 2 minutes. Without any further ado, I would like to call the first witness speaker. We have Cadet Kaida Wahiman, list number D301. C will be declaiming as Kiran Bedi.
Many years ago, when I was born in the 50s and 60s didn't belong to girls in India. They belonged to boys. Belonged to boys who would join business and inherit business from the parents. My family, all almost in the country was me because we were for
from the Interhouse, we have Guru Modi. As number 4439, he will be declaiming as Winston Churchill.
You cannot tell from appearances how things will go. Sometimes imagination makes things sound far worse than they are. Yet, without imagination, not much can be done. Those people who are imaginative see many more dangers than perhaps exist. Certainly, many more deaths will happen, but then they must also pray to be given extra courage to gain this far-reaching imagination. But for everyone, surely what we have gone through in this period, I'm addressing myself to this school, what we have gone through in this period of 10 months, this is the lesson. Never give in. Never give in. Never, ever, ever. In nothing. Great or small, large or petty, never give in, except to the conviction of honor and good sense. Never yield to force, never yield to the apparently overwhelming might of the enemy. We stood all alone a year ago. In the many countries it seemed that our town was closed. We were finished. All this tradition of ours, our songs, our school history, this part of the history of our country were gone and finished and liquidated. Very different is the mood today. With them, other nations thought that John is one across our state, but instead we stood in the gap. There was no flinching and no thought of giving in. And by what seemed like a miracle, it was outside the silence. So we ourselves never doubted it. We are now in a position where I can say we are only the persevere to conquer.
As the third political speaker from Sivajos, we have Irfan Ahmed, Mr. number 4318. He will be declaiming as Advocacy.
I don't know what to say about it. 3 minutes. The biggest battle of our professional life. All comes down to this. Either we heal as the or we're going to crumble inch by inch, day by day, till we are finished. We are in hell right now, gentlemen. Believe me. And we can stay here, we get a shit kick out of us, or we can fight our way back to the light. We can climb out of here 1 inch at a time. The inches that we need are everywhere around us. They are in every break of the game, every second and every minute. On this team, we fight for the inch. On this team, we cheer ourselves and everyone else around us into pieces for the inch. We claw with our fingernails for the inch, because we know when we add up all those inches, that's gonna make the damn difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. I'll tell you this, in any fight, it is the guy who's willing to die who's gonna win that inch. Even now, if I am going to have any life, it's because I am still willing to fight and die for an inch, because that's what living is. The 6 inches in front of our face. Now, I can't make you do it. But look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. You're gonna see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're gonna see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team, because he knows when it comes down to it, we are gonna do the same thing for him. That's a team, gentlemen. Thank you.
And in the second position, we have it. Choreography Division and number 4344 Advocacy. second position, we have House. So the winner is Raman House. I request Raman House Master, Assistant House Master, also awarded participants and the House Captain come up to the stage to receive championship trophy